Good morning, class. So again, this is Eliza Amatilano, your teacher for this subject. So before we will start again, please mute your microphone as well as to turn off your camera in order for our discussion to run smoothly without any disturbance of your actions. So again, we are now on week 3, and in this topic, we will find out how well you know and understand the importance of physical movement in your daily life and assess your knowledge and abilities to perform on physical activities. So, a bit of recap. So, in this topic, we will focusing more on physical activities, which deals with movements as well as to assess your abilities and knowledge to perform physical activities. But first, let's discuss what is physical fitness. So what it is? So when we talk about physical fitness, it is a condition in which an individual has enough energy to avoid fatigue and enjoy life. So it is more on dealing with the energy of our body, no? If we have energy, we can do things that we want and as well as we enjoy life. Aside from that, physical fitness, when we talk about physical fitness, no, we have discussed about fitness, it is more on your well-being, no, your condition, the condition of your body, and how you're going to use it to enjoy life. And then, when we talk about physical fitness, it talks about the physical, the appearance of you. So it is a set of abilities that one possesses in order to perform physical activities. So it is more on now onto your outward lookout. So dealing with your physical. And then when we talk about physical activity, it is any bodily movement produced by the contraction of skeletal muscles that results in a substantial increase in energy expenditure. So when we talk about physical activity, now we are more focusing about the movements of your body. That is why it is called activity, because we are focusing now with the movement of your muscles, the contraction of it, so on and so forth. So that's how we describe fitness, physical fitness, and physical activity. Okay. So again, physical fitness is divided into 4 related and 6 skill related components. So it is divided into 4 health related and 6 related. So first, for the health related fitness, let's describe what is the meaning of health related fitness. So when we talk about health related fitness, it is the ability to become and stay physically healthy. So it is more on your health, no? With the means of your physical. So it is the ability to become and stay. You become and you stay physically healthy. So that is health related. So one of the health related fitness that we have, as what we have discussed earlier, it has 4. So one of those is the cardiovascular fitness. So cardiovascular fitness is the ability of the heart or cardio. So again, cardiovascular, focusing with the heart, which is called the cardio, and the circulatory system, which is the vascular, to supply oxygen to muscle for an cardiorespiratory or lungs fitness. So in cardiovascular, it is focusing on the strength of your heart as well as your circulatory system and your lungs. So usually 1 kilometer run or other continuous fitness activity or 12 minute run, cycling, step test, or etc. is used to assess cardiovascular, because when we do this running, as what you have observed, when you run like how many kilometers it is, your heart pumps, no? So that is why it is used in fitness activity to test the strength of your cardiovascular or to assess your cardiovascular fitness. So again, cardiovascular, focusing on your heart as well as your lungs, so on and so forth. So for muscular strength and endurance, no? The second is muscular strength and endurance. So the muscle's ability to produce effort or perform work. So muscular strength and endurance. So from the word itself is strength. So it is the ability to produce effort or perform work. So muscle strength refers to the maximum amount of force of a muscle can exert against an opposing force. So when we talk about muscular strength, it is focusing on the muscle, not the force that the muscles the force of your muscles exerted when you do such activities. Okay. So fitness testing usually consists of one-time maximum lift using weight. So we have related to it, no, for our muscles. So we have bench, press, leg press, etc. So for muscular endurance, it refers to the ability of the muscle to work over an extended period of time without fatigue, no? So when we talk about muscular endurance, it refers to the muscles work, no, over a period of time. So let's say for example, push up, no? When you perform push-ups, sit-ups, crunches, so on and so forth. So that's an example for muscular endurance. Next, flexibility. Okay. So flexibility is the ability to move a body part through a full range of motion, or roam. Range of motion or roam at a joint. The sit and reach is commonly used to determine flexibility. So when we talk again with the flexibility, it focusing onto the movement of your body parts, no? Your joints preferably. We're done with the health related fitness, so now let's move on to skill performance related fitness. Okay, so when we talk about skill performance related fitness, it involves skills, no, from the word itself, skills that will enhance one's performance in athletic or sports events. Now when we talk about this skill performance related fitness, it focuses on your performance, your skills in doing tasks. So we have one of those. So we have 6. One of those is the agility. So what is agility? So agility is the ability to change and control the direction and position of the body while maintaining a constant rapid motion. For example, changing direction to hit a tennis ball. Okay, so when we talk about agility, it is the ability of one's body to perform or to control, no, from changing one direction to another direction with maintaining, no, with maintaining a constant and rapid motion. So that's for agility, no? It focuses on the controlling of position from one direction to another. So let's say for example, when you're playing badminton, so no, doing many motions in that preferably game. So you can apply agility on that, no? Changing from one position to another. So that is agility. Next, we have balance. So what is balance? So balance is the ability to control or stabilize the body when a person is standing still or moving. For example, in line skating. Okay, from the word itself, balance, no? Maintaining or having control of your standing position or from moving. So it's like to stabilize the body when performing or doing a standing or moving. So that is for. Next, we have the coordination. So what is coordination? So coordination is the ability to use the senses together with body parts during movement. For example, dribbling a basketball, no? Using hands and eyes together is called hand-eye coordination. So when we talk about coordination, it is the coordination of your senses. So let's say, for example, when you are dribbling a basketball, no, for those basketball player, you're using your sense of touch and your sense of sight in order to shoot the ball. So that is for coordination. We have the speed. So speed is the ability to move your body or parts of your body swiftly. So many sports rely on speed to gain advantage over your opponents. For example, a basketball player making a fast break to perform a layup. A tennis player moving forward to get to a drop shot, or a football player out running the defense to receive a pass. So that is for speed. So again, when we talk about speed, it is your ability, no, to move swiftly, not to move fast, or to move to move fast, no, in one direction to another. So it is speed, no. So that is for speed. So again, for speed, it is the ability to move your body, no, faster or swiftly from one direction to another. We have the power. So power is the ability to move the body parts swiftly while applying the maximum force of the muscle. Power is a combination of both speed and muscular strength. For example, fullbacks in football muscling their way through other players and speeding through advance the ball, and volleyball players getting up to the net and lifting their bodies high into the air. So that is for power. So again, when we talk about power, it is the ability to move, not to move faster. So it is not just body parts to move swiftly or speed, but when we talk about power, it is the combination of your speed to move body parts swiftly or faster and your muscular strength. So for example of that is like a volleyball player, no, while doing the or getting up from the net, no, to pull away the what? The ball. So that is for power. See, so it is the combination of your speed and your muscular strength or your muscle strength, no, in order to produce a movement. Next, reaction time. So for reaction time, it is the ability to reach or respond quickly to what you hear, see, or feel. For example, an athlete quickly coming off the blocks early in a swimming or track relay, or stealing a base in baseball. So that is for reaction time. So when we talk about reaction, no, how you react, no, or to respond quickly, no, from what you hear and what you see and feel. So that is for reaction time. It is your ability to react on such things. Okay. So now, we're done with it. So let's move on to the body mass index or BMI. So what is body mass index? So when we talk about body mass index, it is your what? The weight of your body, no? The height of your body. So totally, when we talk about body mass, it is the person's weight in kilograms, no? So again, it is to make sure the person's weight in kilograms, as well as it is an indicator of body fats, and it is used to screen for weight categories, no? That later on, in doing so, no, knowing your height and weight, you will know at the very end what categories that may lead to health problems. So we will know after doing the body mass, you will know you will know whether you are normal, below normal, so on and so forth. So so the following, no, we will give you a formula in order to know your body mass index. So listen up because listen to this topic because you will have activities for this. So yeah, lend me your ears and your sense of sight. So this is the formula for the BMI, no? Body mass index equals to weight, which is in kilogram, divided by height, which is in meter, and then square it. So for example, no, we have your BMI, no, your weight as you are 30 kilos, no, and then your height is 1.2, and then you square it. So the equivalent for it is the 13 kilogram divided by, you square the 1.2, and then the answer would be 1.44. So if you divide the 30 divided by 1.44, your answer is 20.83. So how do we get the normal there, no, as an answer? Or knowing your body mass index, no, whether it is normal or, here is the chart, no, in knowing your body mass index. So for 18.5, you are below normal weight. 25. So just read what is stated on the screen. Okay. So you will know here. Okay. Weight. So what is weight, no? So when we talk about weight, it is the heaviness or lightness of person, your weight. How heavy and how light you are. So in knowing that, you have the weighing scale. How about the weight? I mean, how you do the weighing, or how you are going to use the weighing scale. So for the test taker, wear light clothing because you're going to measure your weight, so that is why you need to wear light clothing. And then you don't need to use anything or your shoes, no? Just on your bare feet and stand still, no, stand up and still, while eventually disturbing your weight on the center of the scale. Okay, it's very clear, right? When you are weighing, use light clothing and then don't wear shoes. Stand still and do the weighing on the center. For partner, so before you start weighing, adjust the scale to 0 point. Okay, ha? Before you start the weighing, adjust the scale to 0 point. Then record your score in kilogram. So that's how you weigh. And then for scoring, record body mass to the nearest 0.5 kilogram. Next. Next, for the height. So when we talk about the height, it is the distance between the floor to the top of the head when a person is in standing position. So it's very clear, right? Your tallness, how small you are, how tall you are, no? It is between the floor to the top of the head of the person standing. Okay. So the equipment for doing the height, no, is an even and firm floor and flat wall. So clear? It is clear, right? Then you're going to use the L square or the tape measure. Or for the tape measure, you can lay it flat on a concrete wall with 0 point starting at the floor. So again, when you are using the tape measure, the 0 point starting, or you are going to put it at the floor. Okay. So for the height, no? For the test taker, so what you are going to do is to stand still on bare feet, no, without shoes, with heels, buttocks, and shoulders pressed against the wall with the tape measure. So again, when you're going to do the height, stand still. Don't use any shoes, no? And then, your heels or the heels on your foot or feet, and then your shoulders press on the wall. Okay, so it's really clear, right? We don't need to elaborate it more because it's very clear in the definition itself. Next, for partner. Okay, so for the partner, you are going to use the L square. So place the L square against the wall with the base at the top of the head of the person being tested. So there is a tape measure on the wall, and then use the L square to what? To measure, no? By putting it or putting the L square on the top of the head of the person and then point it where the tip of his or her head is located. Then record the score in meters. Again, in meters. So scoring, no, record standing height, 1 meter is equals to 100 centimeters. Next, waist circumference, your waistline. So a good predictor of the amount of visceral fat which increases risk of cardiovascular disease and diabetes, then fat located in the areas of the body such as in the arms and legs. Okay, so when we talk about waist circumference, it talks about the fats that you have, no? Okay. So in equipment in measuring your waist circumference or your waistline is the. So for the tester, again, wear light clothing before having your waist circumference. And then on bare waist, stand erect and wrap the tape measure around your waist. So it's very clear, right? Use a light clothing, no? And then stand still. After that, wrap the tape measure around your waist. So record the score in centimeters. So this is the standard or the waist circumference chart. Okay, you will know there, no? Everything. So for the men, We have for the men and we have for the women. Next, we have strength. Okay. Next, we have strength. So, strength refers to the muscle's ability to generate force against physical objects. So, it is not already related in BMI. So, it is another topic, no? So, let's now proceed with the strength. So, for the strength, it refers to the muscle's ability to generate force against physical objects. So, it's really clear, right? So, when we talk about strength, it is your muscle's ability, no? By doing the force, no? In hitting maybe one object, no? Physical objects, no? So, that's how are we going to identify our strength, no? By doing the force or exerting force in an object. So, in the fitness world, this is typically refers to how much weight you can lift for different strength training exercises. Okay. So for the strength, no, one of the exercise for the strength that you are going to perform on your activity. So listen up. So one of those is the 90-degree push-up. So it is a good example in knowing your strength. Or doing the push-up. So this the picture is an example of push-up. So the purpose of push-up is to measure the strength of the upper extremities, your upper body. So equipment, so exercise mat or any clean mat rather. So for the test taker, you need to lie down on mat in standard push-up position. No? Lie face down on the mat. Standard position push-up. Then your palm on the mat under your shoulders. Fingers pointing forward and legs straight, parallel, and slightly apart with the toes supporting the feet. So that is for the test taker. So for the boys, we have, no, you have to straighten the arms, keeping the back and knees straight. Lower the arms until there is a 90-degree angle at the elbows, or the upper arms are parallel to the floor. So that is for the boys. Next, for the girls. So with knees touching the mat, straighten the arms, keeping the back straight. Lower the arms until there is 90-degree angle at the elbow. So upper arm should be parallel to the floor. Perform as many repetitions as possible, maintaining a cadence of 20 push-ups per minute. So 2 seconds going down and 1 second going up. As the student assumes the push-up position, start counting as the student lowers his. So this is for partner, no? When you are doing the countings, no, start counting at the student lowers his or her body on the ground until he or she reaches a 90-degree angle at the elbow. So make sure, so again this is for partner, so make sure that the student performs the push-ups in the correct form. So the test is terminated when the subject can no longer perform the push-ups in the correct form or 3 corrections are allowed. So it is in pain, voluntary stop, or when cadence is broken. So scoring, record the number of push-ups. Next, we have the curl ups. So that's an example of curl ups. So the purpose of it is to measure the strength of abdominal muscles. So equipment used is exercise mat or any. So for test taker, you lie on your back with the knees bent, your feet 12 inches from your buttocks, and the feet should not be held or rested against an object. The arms must be extended and resting on the thighs. Do not stop or rest while at the bottom position. Perform as many curl ups as possible without stopping. Next, for partner. One curl up is counted each time the student's shoulder blade touches the floor. Make sure that the students perform the curl ups in the correct. So for scoring, record the number of curl ups made. Refers to the ability of joint, so it is the flexibility. So when we talk about flexibility, it refers to the ability of the joints to move through a full range of motion. So it focuses on your joints or how your joints move, from the. So one of the exercises for flexibility, we have sit and reach. Okay, so that is an example of sit and reach. So sit and reach is a test of flexibility of the lower extremities, particularly the hamstring. So it is to test your flexibility towards your lower extremities and your hamstring. So the purpose of this is to reach forward as far as possible without bending the hamstring. So equipment, so we have the tape measure. In measuring on where you can reach, or until where you can reach by measuring, in using the tape measure. So for the test taker, sit on the floor with back flat on the wall and feet approximately 12 inches apart. Without bending your back, knees and elbows, place one hand on top of the other and position the hands on the floor. After the tester has positioned the 0 point of the tape measure, start the test by slowly reaching the farthest point possible without bending the knees. So one curl up is counted each time the students, so this is for partner, One curl up, if you are going to count it, count the score. So curl up is counted each time the student's shoulder blade touches the floor. So make sure that the knees are not bent as the test taker reaches the farthest that he or she could. Measure the farthest distance reached and then record the score in centimeters. So scoring, record, sit, and reach to the nearest 0.1 centimeter. Next, for flexibility, we have zipper test. So that is an example of zipper test. So a test of upper arm and shoulder girdle flexibility intended to parallel to strength and endurance assessment of the region. So, for the zipper test, it is the test of your upper arm and shoulder. Okay. seen in the picture. So for the test taker, what you're going to do is to stand erect. To test the right shoulder, raise your right arm, no? To test your right shoulder, raise your right arm, bend your elbow, and reach down across your back as far as possible. So at the same time, extend your left arm down and behind your back, bend your elbow up across your back. And try to cross your fingers over those of your right hand. So cross your fingers, no, towards each other. So reach with the right hand over the right shoulder and down the back as if you pull a zipper or scratch between the shoulder blades. No. To test the left shoulder, repeat A to D using your left hand over left shoulder. For partner, observe whether the fingers touched or overlapped each other. Measure the distance in which the fingers overlapped. Record the score in centimeters using the following standard. So by scoring, record zipper test to the nearest 0.1 centimeter. This is the standard measurement for zipper test. So for 0, no, by using the what? The measurement, no? For 0, did not touch fingers. Score 1, touch only tip of fingers, so on and so forth. Okay. So cardiovascular endurance, again, is the ability of the heart, lungs, and blood vessel to deliver oxygen to working muscles and tissues, as well as the ability to those muscles and tissues to utilize oxygen. Endurance may also refer to the ability of the muscle to do repeated work without fatigue. So again, for the cardiovascular, it focuses again on the ability of your heart and lungs to do the task that you are going to do, no? As well as your muscles, no? Muscles. So one example for cardiovascular endurance is the 3-minute step test. So the purpose of this is to measure your cardiovascular endurance, or your heart, your lungs, so on and so forth. So equipment in doing the test is to step with a height of 12 inches and stopwatch. Since it is 3 minutes, no, that is why we use a stopwatch to determine the time of when is the start of the test or the action of the test taker. So for the test taker, position in front of the step. At the signal go, no? When you signal the go, that's the time you're going to start up the stopwatch, no? And that's the time the test taker will step up and down for 3 minutes at a rate of 24 steps per minute. One step consists of 4 beats, that is up with the left foot, up with the right foot, down with the left foot, down with the right foot. Immediately after the exercise, stand and relax. Don't talk. So locate your pulse. The first beat is 0, no? Count the pulse for 10 seconds. And then, after counting by 10 seconds, multiply it by 6. And then for partner, as the student assumes the position in front of the step, signal ready and go or go, no? And then start stopwatch for 3 minutes step test. After the test, let the student count his or her pulse for 10 seconds and multiply it by 6. And then for scoring, no, record the 60-second heart rate for the activity. So this is the performance target for the boys. No. So this is the standard, no, by age. No, in doing the strength, flexibility, endurance. Okay. So what I want you to do is to familiarize, no? Because you're going to perform it in your activity. Okay, so this is for the boy. And this is for the girls. Okay. So again, for the strength, it is, the example for strength is the partial curl-ups, the 90-degree push-ups. And then for flexibility, we have sit and reach or zipper test. And then for endurance, we have the 3-minute step test or 1 kilometer walk or run. So I hope you are familiarized with it. Okay. So don't forget to do your activity regarding this performance targets, no, from either boys or girls. So if you are a girl, choose this target, no, performance target. And then for the boys, that is another story. Okay. So it is different from each other, the boy and the girl. So be aware of that. I think that's all for our discussion today. So thank you all for listening and watching with our presentation for today. So I hope you have got a lot of ideas towards our topic for today, as well as in having so much ideas today. Please proceed with your activity or do the activity that is required for you to do. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you, class. Good day and God bless.